Are you serious? Are you serious? Radioactive, radioactive. The fish's eyes are glowing green. The sea is dying. The radiation levels are increasing. The lies out of Tokyo are increasing. The ignoring of the problem, even though they had a climate chaos conference in Paris, France. Guess what they didn't discuss? Fukushima. I mean, I just want to break this down for you. This is unbelievable, and I'm going to try to thank you guys for praying for me. I had a root canal done yesterday, and even as of last night, and Heidi was doing her Rachel's Heart broadcast, I was literally in tears. But you folks prayed for me, and put a prayer blanket, anointed, prayed over a prayer blanket on the air, and actually I put it around me. Woke up this morning, and a tremendous difference, incredible difference. Thank you for your prayers. Now, let me tell you what's going on with Fukushima. Record levels of Fukushima radiation has been detected off the West Coast. Higher than they have been. I thought, wait a minute, it should be dissipating, so the levels should be dropping, not going up, right? Because they fixed the leaks at Fukushima, right? Wrong. There's 6 nuclear reactors that are melting down, and the radiation is still spilling into the Pacific Ocean. It's in the air, it's in the land, and it's in the sea. Well, record levels of Fukushima radiation detected off the West Coast. This massive plume stretches for more than 1,000 miles. It's sort of like that song that Dwight Yoakam used to sing. It's 1,000 miles from nowhere. It don't matter to me. Al Gore, what about climate change? He don't know, because he can't see. I mean, seriously, it's 1,000 miles out there. What does it matter? Or as Hillary Clinton would say, what's it matter anyway? Well, it matters a lot, Hillary, and here's what's going on. According to Reuters, the contamination is spreading off the U.S. shores, and the radioactive radiation levels are now reaching 11 BQs/M3 at multiple locations. Matter of fact, according to the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, yesterday they announced with emphasis on higher levels of Fukushima radiation detected offshore. Scientists monitoring the spread of the radiation in the ocean from Fukushima nuclear accident reported finding an increased number of sites off the U.S. West Coast showing signs of contamination from Fukushima. I want to thank Burke McGill for this report, and also want to thank Mary of Los Angeles for the report on the Syrian border with Turkey and ISIS that controls that border. Now, folks, let me tell you what else is going on. According to Ken Busler of the World Health Organization, quote, these new data are important for 2 reasons. The changing values underscore the need to more closely monitor the contamination levels, you think, across the Pacific Ocean. Second, these long-lived radioisotopes will serve as markers for years to come for scientists studying ocean currents and mixing in coastal and offshore waters. Finding values that are still elevated off Fukushima confirms that there is continued release from the plant. 4.5 years after 3/11/11, after the earthquake that was so strong and so powerful, it was an 8.9 earthquake that shook the ground for over 6 minutes and brought a tsunami inland 6 miles and left 6 nuclear reactors melting down. It knocked the Earth off its axis by 4.8 inches. It moved the entire island of Japan, according to the GPS, by 8 feet. And it shortened the days that we live now by 0.1666 seconds. Having said all of that, you think the climate gurus, the go-greeners, would be literally, everybody be converging on how to fix this. This is the biggest environmental problem in the world. The biggest problem in the world is radical Islam. And it's spreading like a cancer in every nation of the world. But if you're going to talk about the climate change or climate factors in the ecosystem, you got to go to Fukushima. Yet 145 leaders met in Paris, France for 500 days under climate chaos, according to the French foreign minister. And they talked about solar panels and lithium batteries and, cordless hair dryers. I mean, are you serious? A cordless hair dryer is going to help us go green. A solar battery operated cars, little tin cans. And passing laws that will limit people's travel. The number of miles per year you'll be allowed to travel. Listen to this. These are the discussions. The discussions is called civilian containment. And then, of course, I know what I'm talking about, folks. I heard people. I sat in a room with about 200 people, some of the brightest minds in the world, and I wasn't one of them. And the professor was talking about this. This was in the summer. And the professor was talking to these people. These people were all the top 2% IQs. And they were talking about how 7 billion people were too many. That we need to get the population down to 5 billion by the year 2030. And then the United Nations shows up with Agenda 2030. And it's all about depopulation and all kinds of other mechanisms to control, including forced immunization, sterilization upon certain sectors of the population in certain third world countries. You got to hear me what I'm telling you. So Fukushima's way off the charts. Nobody's talking about it. Are you serious? I am, but I mean, are you serious? And I'm just a little country preacher. I'm in the middle of the frozen tundra cornfields of Indiana. Drinking very good coffee, by the way, in a very good cup. Something biblical's going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Jesus is coming, and yet people don't know. And so, Pastor Begley, why do you raise this level? It's still leaking radiation. It's radioactive. I don't know what to do. I guess, do I have to stand and scream at the top of my lungs? It's just insane. Blow the trumpet, folks. Let somebody know. Wow. Are you serious? What? It's terrible. It really is. Don't miss today's live broadcast. We're going to talk about ISIS and Turkey and Russia and Syria and a sinkhole in Danville, Illinois. And we got to talk about Fukushima and just, all kinds of. And Donald Trump's going to Israel. And don't miss the show. 12 noon Eastern at my website. 12 noon Eastern at my website at www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Wow, are you serious?